Hey everyone, so let's talk about using the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro here in 2024. So I've now had this watch for I think about a week, maybe a little bit over a week. I've been wearing it pretty much every day and every night. So first thing I want to say is with always on display turned on, and then usually I have it, brightness is about here-ish, so about a quarter of the way of what it can be. I've been able to get about 2 days out of it or so. So I charge up in the morning, get through that day, get through the night, get through the next day, get through the next night, and then I have to charge it up again. That is with always on display turned on. I do not receive a whole bunch of notifications or answer phone calls or anything like that. It's mostly just using it for a watch, and then maybe a few messages every day, text messages, and then stuff like that. And then I've also been using it for a little bit of GPS as well. So depending on what you're going to do with it, it will of course affect your battery life. But so far, I mean, for this type of watch, I've been happy with the battery life. It has been good. Now, I do also want to say this is a nice looking watch. I still think this is a very good looking watch here in 2024. This is the, I don't think call it like titanium color one. It is not the dark one. I know you can also get the black, I think it's black. I really do like the way this thing looks. It looks very nice. Now, for the most part, it has been not laggy at all. Really, the only time it is laggy is when you are, when you receive a message. Sometimes you'll hit into that message and it'll take it a moment. That's when you'll have some lag. It'll take a moment to actually get you onto the keyboard. Other than that, it has been pretty good. Every now and then you'll have a little bit of lag too, like if you're just scrolling through your apps and stuff, your widgets, you might have a little bit of lag on that. But for the most part, it has been lag free. And at least it's not been laggy to a point where it is actually quite annoying. It has not been bad. Now for as far as exercise go, I've only done a couple of runs with it. I also used my my Garmin here, my Garmin Epix 2 Pro, and I've only done like a mile run a couple of times outside. The first time, this one did take a little bit of time to get onto GPS. Of course, like any other watch that is new, that's not actually connected to GPS yet. But ever since that first run, this thing has connected to GPS really, really fast, within a few seconds if you are outside. Even when I'm in my house, before I even go outside to go running, I might hit start or something, it actually connects even inside the house. Really, really good on that. And then as far as accuracy goes, at least for the mile, it has been very close to my Garmin. It has been off by maybe like 0.01 or 0.02, but very, very close. Then just jumping back here to the keyboard, this is one thing I don't really like about this watch, and that is it's very small, of course. I mean, it's a small watch, as to be expected. It's just, the swiping is not the best, which I'm really surprised at. It's like, I have a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra phone. That thing, when I swipe on it, it works amazing. This, you have to be very accurate on what you're trying to do. Like there, I'm trying to hit OK. It just isn't the easiest thing to do. So that is probably the most annoying part about this watch. Then one more annoying part about this watch is, depending on what bands you have on here, like I have these really easy ones, as push this button and push it, take it off, put it on. If you're using most other bands for this, the standard bands for this that have this little thing, these are a giant pain in the butt to get on. Not too bad getting off, but getting these on can be really, really hard depending on the band. But it just can be a pain. And if you look at like Garmin, Garmin, you literally just do that. At least for the Epix here, you just do that and pops on and off. These can be a lot more of a pain in the butt, unless you get ones like this that have the easy on and off, which are awesome from Amazon. Like I said, I do wear this thing at night. I wear my Garmin at night too if I'm not wearing this one. And yes, this is a bigger watch compared to the Garmin. It is, well, it's not. It's pretty small compared to the Garmin, but overall it is a good sized watch. Personally, it does not bother me one bit. Again, I'm used to wearing my giant Garmin. That does not bother me one bit either, for the most part, at night. I know some people don't like wearing watches at night because it bothers them. But it does record your sleep, of course. And I mean, I don't know how accurate any of these watches are. I know none of them are going to be really accurate. But it does track all your sleep and whatnot, and does give you some really cool stuff. And once you've worn it enough times, it will also give you like an animal that you are, or a sleep animal and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Again, I don't know how accurate this thing is. It seems decent accurate. I mean, that is about the time I went to bed, the time I woke up or fell asleep and woke up, pretty much. But I don't know how accurate that is, but it seems pretty decent. As far as apps go, of course, you do have the Play Store on here. And I believe there's also the Samsung Store on here as well, somewhere on here. Some of you of course can download a whole bunch of different apps. I mean, I have like Spotify on here. I have different workout stuff. I have like Strava. I have different, you know, My Fitness, which I don't even really use. I just use the built-in one on here. But you of course can get a whole bunch of different apps on here. And of course also has the health. One thing I will say, at least compared to, again, my Garmin, it does not seem to count as many steps as my Garmin does. Again, I don't know which one's more accurate. I really don't. But, I mean, it just seems like it counts way less steps than the Garmin does. Again, I don't know which one's better, but it's just one thing that I've noticed. Other than that, I think this is a pretty cool app, and you see how much stuff is on here. It's like when you go for runs and stuff, it does track a whole bunch of different things, a whole bunch of different like vertical oscillation and like your ground contact time, a whole bunch of stuff like that. Really cool. But like I was saying, with apps, there are a whole bunch of different apps on here. So I also have my chronometer, which I have to actually set up. But I also have, you know, things like, of course, the calculator that it comes with, which is just cool if you need a calculator. Again, this screen is pretty small for actually typing on, but if you need it in a pinch, don't have your phone or something on you or right by you, that works. So very cool. So all in all, I mean, this is a cool watch. I still think this is a good watch. And a lot of people say this is still the watch to buy if you're looking at Samsung watches, at least now until the Ultra comes out in a couple weeks here. The 7 Ultra, that should be a pretty sweet watch as well, but way more expensive. I bought this off Facebook Marketplace, basically brand new condition. They only wore it a couple of times for $150, which is pretty sick. Again, I think it was in like perfect shape. Now I've beaten it up a little bit past week or so. But you can buy one of these things for really cheap. I know a lot of people still really like theirs. I do say this is still a very good watch to buy if you're looking for a smartwatch. So there is some lag at times, but I mean, it is a smartwatch. It is not a phone. That should be kind of expected. But again, you can buy these things for super cheap offline. Otherwise, no, Best Buy has had these on sale every now and then for like $250, $300, something like that for the LTE version, or even cheaper for the non-LTE version. So you can still buy these for cheap. I think until the Ultra comes out, this will be the Samsung watch to buy. And then when that thing comes out, that will be a lot more money. So all in all, still an excellent buy here in 2024. Y'all let me know what you think, though. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you next time.